Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome back to Marvel's Midnight Suns. It's time to go on a new mission to Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. Now, our crew has been picked for us on this mission. That's going to be the norm for the first few hours of the campaign, and then it opens up. But at any rate, let's go ahead and head out there and see what we can do.
Even given the fluctuations in the astral spectrum, I should be seeing something. Are you ready? The prophecy of the Midnight Sun does not linger, and neither should we. Lilith possesses the Darkhold. If she forced her way into my Sanctum Sanctorum once, I suspect she can do it again.
You are a Sorcerer Supreme. Can you not predict her movements?
Normally, yes. But since your mother breached the Sanctum, my sense of the future has grown volutinous in nature.
Is that another language, or...?
Fuzzy. My predictions are fuzzy. For the first time as Sorcerer Supreme, I cannot foresee how the future unfolds, and with my apprentice in danger, we cannot tarry.
I understand the urgency. Your apprentice is in grave danger, yes?
Wanda is no mere apprentice. She is the Scarlet Witch, one of the strongest magical practitioners I have encountered. But she hasn't channeled such power on her own since... Never mind. One crisis at a time. I do not doubt Wanda's capability, but without my predictive acumen, I cannot bolster the wards should she need it. Still, the wards are woven into the Sanctum's very essence. They should hold. In any case, all will be revealed with time. I suggest we make use of it while it still functions.
By the way, it is not common to have conversations like that leading into a mission.
About time.
Or like this.
Not just about time, Mr. Brooks. Time, space, reality, the building blocks of magic. All must be constant for my portals to work properly, yet as we now know, that is no longer the case.
We've heard.
Several times.
Otherwise, I would still be hunting dread maidens in my sleep.
Indeed, and while I certainly appreciate the view of this vista, I fail to see how it will hasten our return to the Sanctum.
Magic is the answer.
No, as I've just stated, magic is the problem.
Your magic is. Not ours. The ground you are standing on exists within two worlds. A mystical anchor point to Ileana's realm that allows her to... Well, I'll just let her show you. Any more questions?
No, I think that'll do.
You are standing in limbo. Nexus of all realities, both real or otherwise. A chaotic but secret realm, beyond the influence of Lilith. Thus far.
Are you certain of that? Because I am sensing all kinds of...
Dark energy. That feeling you're being watched. General hellhole vibe.
Yes.
All these potentialities converging at once? Truly surprising feat, Miss Rasputin. For someone so young, of course.
You think this is crazy? Wait until you see Manhattan.
From here, magic can open gateways to just about anywhere on our planet, and beyond. We don't want to risk punching through the wards.
Hey, I'm walking here. All I ate today was a bagel.
Well, at least we know the wards of protection are still in place.
For now.
I suggest we hurry.
Arm Alpha in position. No one's getting through.
Welcome to New York.
I hesitate to call this good news, but I'm seeing minimal Hydra resistance between you and the Sanctum.
Looks can be deceiving, I'm afraid. There's no way these foot soldiers are behind the disruption of the wards of protection.
Okay, let's think about what we're facing here. We have 2 minions and 3, what do they call them, elites. All of them are gunning for the hunter, which is not great. I don't have a knockback ability, which is a shame because I really wish I had Winds of Watum. So yeah, these guys are standing right in front of this little power box here. If we knocked him into this, he would be stunned. And same over here. So we could have taken 2 heavy hitters off the board, potentially, if we had that ability. Now, we do have this, so we can knock one of them in. But we need to build up heroism first. I am more than willing to use this.
Ought to make things interesting.
Okay. All right, this is good. So here's what I'm thinking. Let me do this. So that'll stun him and basically take him off the board for the coming turn. So we're going to leave him alone to not break the stun. I have 1 card play left, and I originally had thought we might use this, but here's what I'm thinking. We tag this guy, which will apply bleed, and then we kill this guy. So we'll take 2 enemies completely off the board as far as dealing damage to the hunter, and we will at least start the process of taking down this dude.
Not bad. Not great, but
The bleed actually matters quite a bit. I'm more than happy to have steak and all of these. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't want to use any of my redraws. And the other thing that we could do is use 1 heroism to take this guy down. And I think I will.
Time to bleed.
Just to make sure the hunter does not take any unnecessary damage. So now we'll just have these 2 attacking us.
Hail Hydra!
Does someone feel a breeze?
All right.
Reinforcements inbound.
Yeah, that's the other thing, man. There's always more coming.
That gamma spike we detected in your area seems to be growing. Let's assume that's not a good thing.
Gamma or not, I feel the hand of my mother at work here.
This... I only have 1 hero card. So I don't want to use a card play on that, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, that guy has some health. Yeah, you know what? I am going to redraw that. Okay, this is kind of what I was hoping for. Because I'm thinking I do this. And he may actually be done. Because he's going to take more bleed. Let me check here. Yeah, he's going to take 10 damage from bleed. And he only has 5 health. So he will not get another action before he's KO'd. So that guy, completely toast. Now, this guy. I think what I'm going to do... this is actually problematic. I'm not going to be able to use stake, partly because I used the environmental object last turn, and then I used whip, which cost 1 to hurt this guy. Not saying I regret it, but it is unfortunate because stake is an excellent ability. Yes, I know what quick does, thank you. But for your benefit, we get our card play back as long as we get a KO out of using this. Quick and knockback are amazing abilities. You can get some cards that have both, and that's really good. You'll have plenty of opportunities to see what I'm talking about. I think what I want to do is this.
Just what is
All right. So I have one more card play left. There's 2 ways we can go here. Unfortunately, see, this is not lethal. It'll get him way down, but it's not lethal. It's a good start on him. So I am, a bit torn there. Alternatively, yeah, you know what? I'm really being foolish. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Take this guy off the board. We'll get our card play back.
Now that was something.
And then I still think stake is the way to go here. So I got to pick. That's really what it comes down to. And I feel like I need to start putting a dent in Big Boy, especially since nothing I do is going to be lethal to either one this turn. You could definitely debate the merits of that choice, but I feel that's true no matter which way I went. Now, I could use something like this, but I'm not going to. Let's save our heroism for now.
Just wait until it's my turn.
For victory.
We'll have to do better than that.
So slow means that any heroic card that I use for the hunter will cost 1 more. But only the hunter.
I won't be doing that again.
So notice the hunter is getting very low on health. And that's not great, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and give him a boost. Okay, so with that done, we really need to get some damage in here. So they're both sitting at 30. I would rather, I think, come after this guy.
Even the Mother of Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally.
You know what sucks? This guy has 15 health and I can do 12. I don't have a choice. I'll use this and then I'll use one of my quick abilities on him.
That's the spirit.
So I will get another card play, which is awesome.
Hail that.
And then I'm kind of thinking I use this to take as big a bite out of this guy as I can.
It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new recruits despite...
I'm happy with
decades
this.
of ineptitude.
We will almost certainly have more reinforcements coming, and Quick will do well against them. They're very likely to be the minions.
Shall we get on with it?
We did not have any reinforcements. Okay, well, I'm fine with that too. This guy is at 15. So we're going to have to use a similar approach as we did last time. Soften them up, and then we'll go for the kill. And by the way, this will not really be the end of the mission. This is a two-parter, as many story missions are.
You kissed the mother with that mouth?
Misguided as they are, remember, Hydra is still human, Hunter. Not Lilith.
You were saying?
The lifeblood of the mother pumps through our veins. The mother is eternal. Hydra is eternal.
Wanna bet?
Wanda!
Wards! Weakening! Cannot let them fail! Oh, God.
Exactly.
The Neighborhood Association is not going to like this.
Nope.
I'll handle it.
Not.
We do not fear your magic, little wizard. We have answered the mother's call. We are Venom to all who oppose her. And you are large.
You would not want to see him coming at you, man. So yeah, Venom does not tell you who he's attacking the way these guys do.
What that beast is.
It calls itself Venom. Until now, a pale imitation of a very heroic young friend of mine.
We will feed your ugly tongue to the spider wizard, marinate it in his stomach juices, and eat it with his spleen.
We're gonna try and settle him down for a turn.
Pain only makes us hungrier.
Yeah, I know. Now, there's two ways we could go with this. But for efficiency's sake, I'm going to bring him over here.
I hope this is one of the stronger arms. We did come all the way here for a fight.
And that is, by the way, that little word balloon is a very nice facet. When you move your character, if you realize you didn't quite get him where you want, you can just move him again as long as you haven't used an ability like I'm about to.
Watch closely. Do I look a bit younger to you?
Now the doc is looking a little beat up, so I am going to go ahead and give him a heal.
Behold the light! It is all coming back to me.
Okay, I'm going to use this.
Follow my lead.
We've got a nice little bit of heroism build up going on.
Ancient traditions.
And I think I'll redraw one of these. I like having one, but I don't necessarily need two. And I think we're ready to pass the turn.
Mother tells us
So the nice thing is we can put some major bleed on him next turn. And bleed, you know, it's fine against most enemies, but it's really good against someone like Venom that you need to wear down. We're not killing him with 1 or 2 attacks, no matter what we do.
this house belongs to Mother now, as you belong to us. We shall start with your juicy entrails, then slowly sink your delicious brains.
Are the rest of your mother's children so chatty?
Thankfully, no.
Well, I can do more damage, but what I really wanted to do was knock this guy into him or vice versa. God, okay. This actually isn't the one I meant. Okay, so he's not close enough no matter what. So there's no point worrying about that. Then I tell you what, let me do this. Okay. We get our card play back because quick is awesome. And then still have all 3 of my card plays. Let me get rid of this. Don't worry about that. I mean, again, I only have 1. It's not that good, man. Literally worthless. Okay. Now, I do have a move left. Well, yeah, let's just do this. I'll still have my card play.
I'm impressed.
I'm trying to, you know, limit the amount of damage we're going to take here. It is just worthless. Let me move over here. So we'll get a little more damage in from the knockback. And we need all we can get, because this clown has 200 health. I was waiting for that. So when you do melee damage to Venom, he has this special thing. And the symbiote skin does kind of suck, because you basically get just held down and you can't take any actions or anything. I really need another heal here. And he'll probably, well, actually getting bound will help me here because the hunter will not get attacked while he's bound. And since my turn is over, that's right now.
Not too strong for you.
think you got some on me.
Over there.
Yeah, not that I want the other two guys to get the crap kicked out of them, but they had more health to start with. So at least they're not KO'd.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
Yes. Surrender. Be eaten. Fill our belly with your tasty fear.
I shall fill your belly with my blade, demon.
You know what? I'm just gonna let him sit tight for a minute.
Who's next?
I could have freed the hunter,
Feeling strong today.
but yeah, I'm actually okay leaving him be for a minute. Let's do this. I have a ton, and I mean a ton of heroism. So we got a little damage in on Venom. Yeah, I would have to move over here to do anything with that. Well, I definitely like the idea of applying weak to him. Weak will cut his damage, his melee damage in half. Actually, any damage in half. And he's kind of kicking the crap out of us, so that sounds really good to me. The part that's less good is that I only have a melee attack to use, and if I do that, he will bind us. So, alright, I tell you what, I'm going to do this.
Watch me.
I didn't really want to free him necessarily,
Something.
but so be it. Let me do some redraws and see if I can get something worth having. This is pretty good. Even though he'll get bound. Pretty good. Because it both gives him his health back because of lifesteal and hurts Venom. The bad news is he'll be bound, and that makes Venom more likely to attack the hunter.
We will heal faster than you.
But I don't know. I'm not super worried about that either. If I have to revive him next turn, then I will revive him next turn.
First you die, then we eat.
He is weak. That's important to remember. Yeah, see, I only did 5, but apparently I'm bleeding, which is not great. Alright. Listen, we are chipping away at this guy.
Mother blesses us with power. Mother blesses
So,
us with strength.
he is kind of going into this weird time bomb mode.
Your meat.
At the end of our turn,
Think Lilith was a
he will
vegetarian.
give off a bunch of spikes or something and we'll take damage. Let me see. I only need, well, potentially 4. Let me do this. I don't necessarily need Blade this turn.
You're lucky to still be breathing.
Okay. So by the way, I don't know if you noticed or not, this was only costing 2 heroism, and it was doing less damage. So this card, see to the right where it says enhanced, if I hit certain levels of heroism, in this case 4, it bumps the cost up to that, but it also increases what it does. So that's what enhanced means. I am going to take advantage of that. And come over here and try to kick the crap out of our boy Venom.
A doctor and a powerful wizard.
Now, he is down to a sliver of health, but I don't have anything that's going to do damage that I can actually cast right now. So what I'm going to do is this. Of course. Please, guys? Really? Really? That's how it's going to be, huh? All right, Hunter. You come over here. Oh, actually, well, no, I don't have any heroism, so it's fine. We'll do this.
Lilith will not look kindly on this.
That was the original plan anyway.
No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Such easy prey. What?
Hey, big guy!
That's right.
I was in the neighborhood, you know, being friendly. Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc.
Spider-Man!
Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's sort of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
Always nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look. What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than
The Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
So one good thing about that mission is it's the first one that even really resembles what combat is like later on in the game. I would not say it's the fully realized version, but certainly it's much closer to that than anything we did in part 1.
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there. With a little help.
Your support is appreciated.
Oh, no problem. Already got a few ideas cooking. You're not allergic to mimetic poly... You know what? Never mind. Why spoil the surprise? I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
Thanks for the gift, Tony.
I think you'll like it. It's a limited edition.
A limited edition what?
Oh, you'll see. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me, walking to my room.
Okay, let's open the present.
Hi, I'm Tony Stark, but if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
Okay, so there's basically 2 kinds of messages you'll get here. These on this side, it's basically just for flavor and often meant to be humorous. Sometimes it's telling you something that's going on in the world. Then you have private messages that will appear here. Those are almost invariably tied to building friendship with the heroes. So we will go ahead and sign out of there. So I am meant to explore my room. And let's see, the painting I need to inspect.
We were all so happy then.
That's Caretaker, by the way, in case you didn't recognize her. The woman on the right is Agatha, who was mentioned last episode, and then everybody acted very strange. There's a reason for that. The Hunter's Journal and numerous other journals. There are pages scattered all around the grounds of the Abbey. I won't read it out loud. I'll leave it here for a few seconds so you can do that yourself.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
Okay. And let's see. We want the closet.
There was never enough room for my armor in this thing.
And I learned the hard way that you basically can't get out of this screen without buying something once you're on it. So let's see. Most of these look terrible with that collar on. But whatever. Unfortunately, you cannot take that off. But later we can choose between different collars.
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the Forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could. Charlie was restless.
Before we go, we have one very important piece of business to take care
We'll
of.
talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the Forge. I think he has another present for you.
If you play the game, I highly recommend that Charlie at least once a day, whenever you get the chance.
I'm almost getting used to seeing you on
Here's a little something we want to pick up.
Next thing I know, the
and I say to do that not just for the sake of a little flavor in the game or anything like that. There is a tangible benefit to it.
Now, think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the Venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two are such skilled smithies.
Yep. I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think it could have used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think...
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. It was this close to making it menthol flavored. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
Okay, I'm going to say that's all for now because this episode is running really long.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
We're going to try to push through this. I'm really trying to get to where we can have more combat. Like, not this episode, but be ready to go to our next mission. And there's just a lot of things that the game wants to introduce to us right now, so.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Ye Olde Demon Hunting School, so I'm just going to give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? No problem. Take your pick, Hunter.
So this is how, one way that we get new cards. You'll get cards based on the crew that went out to that mission where you earned the coil. So in this case, we could have gotten cards for the Hunter, Doctor Strange, and Blade. We got it for 2 of the 3. Now, you may wonder why I would want any of these because we already have these cards. That's okay. I am going to take... Oh, I can only take 1. Okay. Well, then I'll take the 1 for the Hunter. Because you tend to bring the Hunter on pretty much every mission. In the early game, you don't have a choice. I'm going to ignore the post for the moment.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
None.
All right then.
Okay, So this is why
Practice makes perfect.
This is why we wanted a copy of a card we already had. Because when you have 2 copies, you get to upgrade it. So note I said before how knockback is awesome, quick are awesome, and some cards have both, and they're better still. So now we have one of those.
All right then. Hunter.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding, Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
The Venom creature surprised me before. He will not do so again.
That thing's tougher than a flirkin' furball. You better steer clear of him and his creepy slime shield for a while. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've gotta find a workaround. As in Hydra. They've gotta know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Well, if there is any time to put your powers of persuasion to work, now is the time, Captain.
Trust me, Hunter, I'm looking forward to it. Hydra's been a thorn in me and Steve's asses for years. Can't wait to remove them for good. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
They're killing me with all this introduction stuff.
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The gamma...
Ow. The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a Central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes 2 of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
Oh, thank you. Finally got there. Okay, so when we come back,
It was just recently that
we will be going with Captain Marvel and Blade on another story mission. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.